pass the bend test. Alright, so I've had this brisket since the spring. Got from Wild Fork. Aged prime beef brisket. Good looking brisket. Had it in the freezer all this time, and now it's time to take it out and make it do its thing. Alright, and here we have the trimmed brisket. Get over there. Yup. Get a little aerodynamic shape happening. So hopefully that's going to be how it is. For here we have my trimmings. The fat on this side. I'll probably throw this in the smoker. Try to get it into tallow. And these meat trimmings will hopefully go into some sort of chili or something like that. Alright, I've salted my brisket. And now it's time to get it into the refrigerator. Alright, so we notice that the red has darkened. This is, after 24 hours of the salt on it. We're going to add some granulated garlic and pepper. Alright, I'm just going to spray it with a little water for a binder. And then take the garlic first. Woo, that's too much. Uh-oh. Alright, now I'm gonna try to do this a little bit lighter. Up a little bit higher. Sort of rain it down a little bit. Yeah. Higher, lighter. Nice little dusting of garlic powder. Granulated garlic. Okay. Then the pepper. That looks about right to me. So the thing is, when I turn it over, some of this is gonna come off, but water hopefully is gonna help it stay on. Alright, and then I did the top side basically the same way. It helps to have two hands, so that's what I did. And yeah, this brisket I think is looking pretty good. Fairly even distribution. Maybe some parts not quite as well. Let me hit that side there. keep doing too much. Keep doing too much. Spread it out a little bit. I have to wash my hand now. There we go. Oh no, though. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm about to get my air assist on to get this pit up to temp. There we go. Alright, so here I have some fat that I'm going to make into tallow for the wrap. And here I've got the rest of the fat, which I'm going to burn in the fire. Jeremy Yoder just put a video out on that. I've had this brisket for quite a while, but the first one that I bought with it, I did it in my drum smoker, my pit barrel cooker, and the flavor on that bark was amazing. And I think it really did have to do with the drippings, you know, being vaporized in the fire. So I'm going to give it a try here with this brisket and see how it turns out. You know, Jeremy Yoder's always coming up with really interesting ways to improve your brisket cook. So, you know, I'm going to take advantage of that. All right, I think we're getting up to temp. So it's time to get this thing going, I think. Get the brisket on. Using my magnetic blanket for the pit boss to help insulate some of the firebox. Keep those coals nice and hot. Alright, here we go. Alright, I've got my brisket there. The tip's a little bit there in the collector, but that's fine, I think. Yep, so I've got my tallow rendering here. It's already coming down. Got some crispy pieces there. Water pan in the bottom. I'm using the natural draw now for the smoke. I've got a fire over here that I'm going to use to add some coals as I go along. So, yep. Still going. About 5:30, and now the brisket's on. Alright, I'm going to take some of these coals here and put them in the fire box. And thereby replenish my coal bed. Get those temps up a little bit higher. All right, it's been about a little over 2 hours. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. So the back looks a little crispy, and maybe it's because it's right in there. Let's see. Alright, so I flipped it over. I got a good spray on both the front there that looks a little bit charred. I got the back away from the collector there. And yeah, try to add a little bit more smoke. Flipped it It's looking good so far. Alright, so I decided to cover the front with aluminum foil to keep the hot spot, which unfortunately I thought I was going to be able to keep it out of the hot spot, but I don't think I was able to. So that front is getting burnt a little bit. So I've put some aluminum foil there. Hopefully it won't turn out too poorly. And we shall continue. I think we're about 3 hours in now. Alright, so we're about 4 hours into the cook. There we go there. There we go, looking good. Right now, internal temperature of 140, so it's probably going to go a little bit longer before we wrap. Alright, I just spritzed. Let's see how we're doing here. 163, 64, 65 there. Alright, wow. That is, 162 there, 74 there. Interesting. The middle seems to be having a little trouble here. What to do about that? Yeah. So it definitely seems to have 64. 50. Yeah, the bark looks good, and I think it's set pretty well. Right. So it's, Alright, on the whole, I think this brisket's looking pretty good. $160. Still a little tougher over there in the flat. Still not quite the temp I want in the middle. But I think I'm going to wrap it anyway and hope that that helps even it out. Alright, here I am set up with Pit Boss. Alright. Got my probe in the middle. Want to make sure that it rises up some. Yeah. And I'm going to check back when it hits 190 and see where we are then. Alright, so we're about at 190 in this middle part here. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, so we are not really that close. There, 186 there, 183 there. So I am happy. 185, 86. I am happy that in this wrap that the temperatures are evening out across the brisket, so that's a good thing. Alright. I think it's about time. Alright. It's a very good pull there. Yep, I think we've hit tenderness there. Alright. I think we have arrived. Alright. There we have it. Looks very moist, very juicy. Alright, the bark is softened, but I think it's still going to be really good. I'm going to let this rest for a little bit, and then, we're actually going to be eating it later on 2 occasions this week, so I'm not going to cut it all the way up, just some sections, but I think I'm going to cut myself off a piece to try. And there's the brisket. Little pool right there. Alright. Alright. We'll see how we've done. It's rested for a couple hours. We can cut into it. There it is there. I think I got most of the fat. There's a little bit over here. I might have to cut that out or something. That there. I think I'm going to take a slice of the lean and give it a try. It definitely seems like it's going to pass the bend test. It's tasty. Yep. A little bit of bite still there. It's definitely tasty. This little smoke ring up. I love that little layer of fat on the top. I don't know. Some people don't. I do. Let's see if Fisher wants some.